Hey friends, Mario here. In this video, we're going to talk about the indulgences that could be deadly indulgences that destroy your health, like the 7 deadly sins. And we're talking primarily about diet in this video. We're going to talk about 3 indulgences. These are the things that you can do, the things that you can eat and drink on what you call your cheat days. Like every day we're supposed to normally eat healthy, right? And that primarily means a lower carb, lower fat diet, right? Too much fat's no good. These days, it seems too much carbs is the real popular thing, right? You know, so many people eating keto and paleo and even carnivore. You know, it's no secret that if you spend your days eating mostly protein, you're going to lose weight. No doubt about that. Whether or not you should continue doing that on a regular basis, well, that's a whole nother discussion for another video. In this video, it's the indulgences that are on my mind. And I got 3 indulgences. You know, the Bible's, 7 deadly sins, one of which is gluttony, right? And this can ruin everything else that you're doing right. Because what you're doing is, day 1, we're hitting the gym. We're working hard. We're pushing the weights. Or doing calisthenics at home with resistance bands. All good. Just push those muscles hard, right? Upper body, push, pull, rows, presses, great. And day 2, you do your legs. Again, I hate squats. I don't want to do them. I don't like them. I don't know why. And I don't want to do squats at the gym. I don't want to do the machines with my legs. I don't like any of it. I just don't like it, period. I'm free to like and not like what I don't like, right? Whatever it is. You like dark chocolate, I like white chocolate, whatever. So that's day 2. I jump on the bike. And man, to me, jumping on the bike is amazing because you can do your leg work. You can do your thigh work. You're jumping on the bike. You can go, first of all, you can do your low intensity long bike ride. I go biking everywhere, wherever I have to go run an errand, I ride the bike and I go. So I put in 10 kilometers, easy, typically more like 20 kilometers when I go out on my bike. 0.7 of kilometer that's like 13 miles, just so you know. About 10 kilometers is about 7 miles, okay? So day 1, do the muscle work. Great, pump. Day 2, you're hitting the bike. And when you're getting on the bike, you might just be running. Okay, slow jogging, all good. And then, of course, my favorite on day 2, the interval sprints. Man, and do them at medium intensity, at least 4 for 100 strides. 4 for 100 strides, great. Well, that's the base. You're doing everything right. Day 3, back to the weights. Back to the muscle building, you know. If you push the muscles really, really hard, you do 2 days rest minimum. That's why a lot of guys, they go to the gym and they push the weights hard and only twice a week. And that's kind of what I've been doing, to be honest with you. I'm mostly going to the gym twice a week because when I do, man, I push those muscles hard. All right, anyway, moving on to today's topic. But the indulgences I love. And how do these relate to your life? Please do share with me. Indulgence number 1. Generally, loving eating Italian food. Loving being the typical Italian-American diet. I grew up on it, okay? Sunday family dinner. You don't think about how much you're eating. You're just abbondanza. You're with your family. You're enjoying this wonderful life. And it's a high pasta, high fat, high meat, high fat diet. That's what it is, okay? On the table is the pasta with the sauce, marinade, whether it's rigatoni or shells or fettuccine, whatever, or linguine. My father's favorite was linguine, whatever it is, okay? And the sauce was made with the meat, the meatballs, and the Italian sausage, and the bone meat, pork or beef ribs that are in the sauce, cooking for hours. Mamma mia, what a delicious sauce. And you sit down at the table, and then my mom's also making eggplant parmesan, sauteed mushrooms, salad, oven-baked potatoes with onions and olive oil and seasonings. I mean, you're eating away, man. This is the indulgence. So, you're eating 2 bowls of pasta, 3-4 meatballs, and Italian sausage. This is normal. This is like, I grew up eating this stuff. Yeah, well, sorry. Not every day at age 65. Not happening. So that's indulgence number 1. You got to understand. I make a bolognese. I make a bolognese. I put more meat than I used to in the sauce. Why? To up the protein percent, right? If you're making a nice bolognese with ground beef, and you can mix it with ground pork, it tastes nice too if you want. Just put more ground beef, put more ground meat in your sauce, okay? And you're gonna up the protein content. Makes sense, right? And you wanna do that, and beef or pork are great, 30% protein, okay? So that's one thing you can do. And so you're gonna eat more sauce with meat and less pasta, less proportion of the pasta, because man, that's just beautiful. Semolina flour Italian pasta, man. It's the best, but you ain't gonna eat 2 dishes of it. That's indulgence number 1. You gotta watch it. It'll ruin you. You can't eat it all the time, You can't eat it all the time. Indulgence number 2 is my personal favorite. You can relate to your version of it. And here in China, indulgence number 2 is the Chinese bakeries. Now, Chinese bakeries are very unique. If you're an American and you've ever gone to Mexico, and you've gone to a Mexican bakery, a Mexican bake shop in Mexico, it's very different than the baked goods, sweets or breads, and pastries that you find back in America. You go, wow, Mexican bake shop, great. Well, here in China, same thing, man. You go into a Chinese bakery and they just have this way of doing all these different kinds of mostly wheat breads and cookies. That's mostly what they do. There's very few rice-based products in Chinese bakeries. They're all about the wheat. Mian is wheat in Chinese, okay? Well, I look for the bakeries that make the ultimate indulgence, and that's the stuff with the creams. With the cream, they call here nayo cream, thick cream, whipped cream, and the creams are high in fat. They sure are, man, and I love them. Oh, I just love them so much. And my favorite is in my mother-in-law's neighborhood, the local shop. Every time I go to her neighborhood, I go to this shop and they do these chocolate logs. It's like a log, chocolate cake with a huge amount of cream, this much cream through the whole thing. And then the whole thing is dipped in sweet, dark, thick chocolate. Not frosting, chocolate. This thing must be, and it's costs $2. I don't know what it would cost back in America if it was a pastry. Probably $5, $6, $10. Here, it's only like $2. I think it's 15 RMB, which is like $2.10, 20 cents. Okay, man, this thing is my favorite. Whenever I go there, I buy 2. I say, what? I do. I buy 2 because I put them in the freezer. Okay, preserve them. My mother-in-law's neighborhood's 15 kilometers away till she moves in with us, which she's going to be moving into the apartment next door pretty soon, right? So I don't get over there that often, so I buy 2 of them. I think one of them has got to be 600-800 calories. I mean, I don't know. Another thing is great. You can plug all this information into AI now and get accurate counts on your macros. How much calories, carbs, protein, and fats you're taking in. But I haven't done that yet on this, what's the calorie count of a chocolate log that probably weighs, man, I think the thing weighs 3/4 of a pound. I mean, it's just, whew, what an indulgence. Okay, it is, man. And yes, I eat them. I'd say on an average of, I eat that kind of food or a similar creamy Chinese bakery pastry thing definitely once a week. Definitely once a week. Okay. Now here's the good news. I bring it home. I cut the log in half. And in a day, I'll only eat half. and I save the other half for the next day. Okay, so now I've cut my calories down. I'm still getting my indulgence, and I put the other one in the freezer, and I wait a few days. I don't eat the next one right away. I wait 3, 4, 5 days the following week. Then I pull that sucker out of the freezer, and then I do the same thing. I cut it in half. Or when I go to eat it, I hope my son or my wife's around, and I give some of it to them. Why? So I eat less. Now, that's indulgence number 2. Got to keep that thing under control, because you are talking pure cheat here, man. You're talking the I guess it's probably soybean oil that they use as the fat, the base oil for the cream, for the nayo, for the cream, right? They put milk powder, milk. I doubt they use butter. I've never asked them. I doubt they use butter. So again, I know this is the indulgence. Too much of this will destroy you. So that's indulgence number 2. And finally, indulgence number 3. I got 4 minutes left. That's the beer. As much as I enjoy that chocolate log, I enjoy, for me, and I wish I had it here with me, 630 milliliter large size bottle of Asahi Dry Japanese beer. That's my indulgence. Okay? There were times in my life when I drink one of those every night. Not now. Not anymore. Boys and girls, ain't gonna happen. Okay? But it is my lovely indulgence at the end of the day. I've told you this, man, before. I'm gonna start making dinner, or at the end of the day, I go to this local restaurant. They have them freezing cold. And I sit down, I order up some nice chicken and some food. And while I'm waiting for the food, I start drinking that beer, and I enjoy it, and I catch that buzz, and I love it. And I do that at 5 o'clock, and it's one bottle, and that beer is a little bit strong, about 4.8% alcohol. So that's one bottle, or what you'd call 2 smaller bottles, because small bottles of beer are 330 milliliters, right? So it's a little less than 2 small bottles. And that's the indulgence. And that's the limit, boys and girls, on the alcohol indulgence. I know people, my family members, and many others who are dead. They drank themselves to death. I don't want to go into any more stories, okay? I don't want to mention names. You can't do it, all right? But you can say, this is my indulgence. Yep, this is it. And I'll sit down, and I did last night. No, I did night before. Night before last, I did it. Sat down, 5:30 before starting to prep up dinner. Went to that shop, sat, had that beer, caught that buzz, pondered life, enjoyed it. Absolutely enjoyed it. And I haven't done it since, and I'm not going to do it today, and I'm not going to do it tomorrow. I might do it the next day. You see what I mean? Twice a week. Can't do any more than that, guys. That's my 3 major indulgences. The thing about the beer one also is that when you do that with the beer and catch that buzz, it's not just the beer calories, because the beer calories in a 600 milliliter, 0.64 liter bottle of, which is like a pint and a third of Asahi beer, it's only about 350 calories. It's not about that. It's when you catch that buzz, you want to eat. And so when you drink that beer, you also will eat more. Eat more what? Eat more everything. Whether it's little chicken skewers or potato chips makes no difference. When you do that, when you drink that beer and catch that buzz, you eat more. You absolutely have lost your discipline. You're enjoying yourself. You're indulging. You are, and you have a right to, and you should enjoy it. And that's what it's all about. It is the enjoyment of life without being overly gluttonous, keeping these things in mind. These are my 3 indulgences. What are yours? Relate them to the fitness and the wellness that we need to have. You can indulge in them, not too much. That's the story. That's the message in this video. Guys, share your thoughts with me. What's your journey like? That's what it's all about. I'm sharing my journey with you. Share yours with me. We'll catch you later. Thanks.